Hi there, people of the YouTubes. Thought we'd do another video because something has happened very recently, as in today. I don't normally do personal videos when it comes to channel updates and stuff. I'll probably do one a year, and now you're getting two within the space of a couple of months, unfortunately, but I think this one is definitely needed. So, listen up. The reason for this video is I just received a copyright strike, not a copyright flag, which I get all the time, but an actual copyright strike, which if you get 3 of those, your channel gets deleted. No questions asked, just gets deleted, disappears. And I need this channel because I use this channel, as it says in my bio, for watching other people. This is my personal YouTube channel. It's not a music channel, a guitar channel, a gaming channel, any type of dedicated channel. It's just my channel for watching other people, and I don't want to get deleted, obviously. I've got a copyright strike on one of the backing track videos I've done, which I've only just started doing backing tracks. The only reason I started doing backing tracks is because I injured my hand. I had a lot of housework to do. I don't mean like tidying your house up. I mean, leading up to Christmas, I got my whole house painted apart from my bedroom because there's a lot of stuff in that needs to be moved before that gets done. But every other room in the house got done, my cupboards, my halls. And I had a lot of shit over the years. I've been in this flat 6 years. I had a lot of shit in my cupboards. And so I had to take all the shit out for the painters to get in, and I had to organise a lot of stuff in the boxes, throw a lot of stuff out, and just generally move furniture around so they could get access to walls and ceilings. And I basically done a lot of work over like a 4 or 5 day period, leading up to the painters coming, and then after they left, to get my house in order again. And even doing things like just doing normal housework really makes me really painful. Like if I'd done my house, like fully done my house, I would probably have to have a couple of days of rest afterwards because I would be elevated pain because I've had back operations. I don't work. I've not worked for a long time now. I've got nerve damage, which will never get better. It can only get worse. And it basically means that even things like pushing a hoover around is painful for me. So I avoid housework at all costs, but eventually you have to do it, obviously. But it takes its toll because during the housework, the same evening, and for like as I said, 2 days afterwards, I'm in elevated pain. Sometimes to the point where I just have to lie on the couch and I can't really do anything. So that's my life anyway, and I'm not complaining about it. And I've got arthritis and I'm old, and these things are irritants, but don't stop me from doing some stuff that I like to do. Stop me for doing a lot of stuff, but stuff I really want to do, I still push through and do it. So I'm used to pain. I'm used to having inconvenience, having to stop because the pain's too much, whatever I may be doing. But that 5 weeks that it took for this injury to heal has been miserable because I didn't even know why it happened. There wasn't one instance during that all the house stuff I did where I went, oh fuck, I've injured my hand. It wasn't like that. But I think it was just accumulation of doing all that physical work, which took its toll on me, my back, my legs, even to the point just using muscles I hadn't used for a long time. And my hands were in agony for 5 weeks. I did try to noodle a few times. I tried to have a little session of Call of Duty, and I just had to stop because it was way too painful. So a couple of days ago, the pain finally went away. But like I said, 5 weeks of pain, it was actually worrying for me because I didn't know where I was. I was thinking maybe it was a hairline fracture, and then I was thinking it was a muscle injury. Now I'm coming down on the side of it was just an accumulation of doing a lot of work with my hands, over like intense work as well, and it's exacerbated the arthritis I already had anyway. So that's what I'm coming down the side of. But even so, to have your hands in that amount of pain, even when you're not doing anything, you're not grasping an object, have them in that amount of pain for 5 weeks was concerning. I was even getting thoughts of, well, is that me? Am I not about to play guitar again? So, yeah, not very nice. But that's all done now. And 2 days in a row now, I'd just got the usual arthritis pains in my hand, which when I'm not doing anything physically in my hands is okay. It's very, very mild. If I'm playing guitar or playing a game, it'll appear. And then if I do guitar or a game for like a long periods of time, it gets worse progressively over time. I don't play guitar for that very long, usually an hour, and then put it away for 6 weeks and play for another hour. But gaming, I can game for 6, 7, 8 hours sometimes, and after the 3 hour mark, it gets to the point where I can really feel arthritis, and that's normal. As I say, that's part of my life. But this thing happened over the last 5 weeks was way beyond that. It was just really painful, and so very concerning. And I'm glad it's away for now, anyway. But it's definitely away now because I can move my hands like I'm doing right now as we're speaking. There's no really any pain. So cool, brilliant. I don't know what's going to happen when I start playing guitar for properly or doing like a proper Call of Duty session, because I've not done any of those two things for 6 weeks now. So we'll see what happens, because I might come back again. But I think it's healed, whatever it was. And I still don't know what it was. Thing is, I've never had copyright strikes on this channel at all. This is the first one. I believe right now, at this moment in time, YouTube, I think you need 500 subs to even start making money. It wasn't too long ago, it was 1,000 subs. I think they've actually reduced it down to 500, but I could be wrong. But it's a situation I'll never find myself in, because I'm not a dedicated guitar or music channel. So I feel it's really harsh. I've actually done a counter thing through YouTube. But I don't think it'll come to anything. I think it will still probably stand. So I've done a counterclaim because I feel like backing tracks, A, are not the actual song, B, they're not even played by the actual artist, C, they're educational, and you could argue, I would certainly argue, that they're free use. It's for educational purposes for musicians to learn music, which I don't think anybody should have a problem with. Like I said, I'm happy with copyright flags because I get them on pretty much every single video I put up. Even my improvised covers tend to get copyright flagged. The vast majority of those get as well, because they're recognised as an actual song. So I guess that means I can't be that bad, although a lot of people would disagree with that. But the fact of the matter is, 99% of everything I put on this channel is copyright flagged, and I'm okay with that, because that means even if I had the right amount of subs and the right amount of views to actually start earning money, I still wouldn't earn any money anyway, because of YouTube and whoever was claiming mostly, but YouTube is just there'd be the ability YouTube's backing them up, basically. They would steal the money from that video, which I'm fine with. Anybody's quite welcome to steal money off me that I don't have in the first place. That's fine by me. So I don't make any money, so I'm not stealing anything out of my plate. I'm not taking dinner off my table. I couldn't give a flying fuck about that, quite honestly. Not a professional YouTuber, I'm not an amateur YouTuber, I'm not even a guitar channel, so why would I care? And I don't. If this was my livelihood, I would care, obviously, having to fight all these copyright flags. Because copyright flags take any advertising money from advertisements off you. And that is a total bummer. It's not that I'm not saying copyright flags is not a problem, because for a lot of people they are a problem. Still taking money off you if that's your job. If your job is being a YouTube person, then yeah, there's a lot to be concerned about. But for me, an actual copyright flag is nothing to be concerned about. Right, copyright strike is a completely different thing, is what I'm talking about here. So I get another 2 of those. And the thing about copyright, I've had channels deleted for copyright purposes before. Not when it comes to music, but other areas of life, shall we say, without getting into any detail. And I thought those were harsh as well, quite honestly. I mean, I wasn't making money on those either. I've never made a single penny on YouTube. But I've had the experience of having a couple of YouTube channels being terminated by copyright strikes. And the way copyright strikes works is, and it's very unfair, is some people say, some lay people who just watch YouTube and don't know anything about it, go, well, what's the problem? You've still got another 2 YouTube, copyright strikes. So you need 3 to get your channel taken off you. The trouble with YouTube copyright strikes is they're like buses, they can come in threes. And so what happens is you get one and then you get another two, and before you know it, you've got no channel. And YouTube is such a big monstrosity of a company that basically you can't even get in touch with the motherfuckers. Because I've had a YouTube channel deleted with 3 copyright strikes before, that's how I know. And you kind of get hold of these people, they're anonymous when it comes to that. If you want to pay YouTube money, or in some way give YouTube money, Google, I should say, then they're quite happy, you know, they'll be very friendly towards you and take money off you. But if you want to complain about anything or try to get some justice, they become invisible. So they're this big conglomerate, this big company, big corporation that basically is faceless, and it's very hard to get in touch with them. So that's how I know it's almost impossible to get your channel back, you know, because there's not even any places you can actually complain to, because they don't make it obvious, at least, that's for sure. So I've had my couple of YouTube channels in the past deleted for copyright strikes, and I know the process. What happens is on 2 occasions I got a copyright strike, and then I'll get another 2 very quickly before I can do anything about it. The thing about copyright strikes is you're supposed to keep your nose clean for 90 days. So let's just call it 3 months, okay? You're supposed to keep your nose clean for 90 days, and if you don't transgress again, that copyright strike gets cleared, so you go back to 0. So I should get 3 lives again. Trouble with that is they can retrospectively go back. You can get copyright strikes for something you put up 6 months ago, okay? So I've not been doing backing tracks that long, but it is feasible and it is possible for one of my covers, albeit improvised. It's feasible that somebody could give me a copyright strike on it. It's never happened, but it's feasible. And so, or even any of the other backing tracks I've been putting up. So what I'm saying is I could just get 3 copyright strikes in a row without me having the chance to delete anything and put videos as private, which you can't do. So I don't have any time to react or do anything about it, and the next thing you know, my channel's gone. If I've put videos up 6 months ago, common sense would tell you, or you would think that if you put a video up 6 months ago, you're okay because it's been sitting on YouTube for 6 months. That's not true. In one of the cases where I got a video retrospectively copyright striked, it was a year on YouTube. And as I say, comes like buses, boom, 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 3 copyright strikes. I'm left confused in days with no YouTube channel. Don't want that happening again. That's why I'm making this video, because it is something that I really need to get on top of. Now, what's my personal opinion? My personal opinion is it's a lot of bollocks. As I have said in my counterclaim. So in my counterclaim, I've said it's educational purposes, it's a backing track, it's fair use. I don't make money, I'm not promoting anything either, so I honestly can't see why anybody, any organisation would do a copyright strike on this video or any video I do. I don't know why they would. I'm not taking any money out of their pockets. The backing track itself isn't even, it's not the song, first of all. It's basically an approximation of the song. It's not the song, and it's not even done by the original artist. So the backing track really has got nothing to do with the artist. And if anything, as I've said in my counterclaim, it's promoting the artist, and it's educational, as I say, blah blah blah. And so we'll see how it goes. I don't think I've won copyright strike things before, but they're a pain in the arse they take a while to submit. They're a pain in the arse because you need to wait, you're biting your fingers, especially if it's your third one. It's serious to get one copyright strike because you never know what they're going to do when they look through your other videos. I'm not saying there's somebody purposefully looking through the videos, but I'm just saying factual, this happened to me, that on 2 occasions the other copyright strikes have followed very closely behind from different organisations for different artists, almost as if somebody was having a closer look at me. And so I know that happens. It's happened to me twice. Otherwise I wouldn't probably bother even making a video about this, but I want to make a video anyway because I think it's a disgrace that it's, as I've said in my counterclaim, it's almost as if these people who become famous on the back of people wanting to listen to their music, who themselves listened to other people's music and copied it and practiced it, they themselves are against other people learning their song. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's outrageous. I think it's greedy on the behalf of the companies and their lawyers, and and that's why I'm making a stand about it. That's why I'm doing this video. I think the whole process is disgraceful. What they should do, right? And these people are multi millionaires already. Now, if I'm doing a song and I'm claiming I was the one that wrote the song and I'm the one that did the music in the song, fair enough. Clearly, that's copyright. And a lot of times, here's what happens a lot of times as well. See, the people who are claiming on behalf of the artist or whatever, who are, or I should say, are claiming they're claiming, because some people just, because this system is open, this copyright system that YouTube have is open to lots of abuse. People are claiming for everything. They want your money, folks, and they're not even a legitimate organisation. See, the trouble with YouTube is, the problem I have with YouTube is YouTube don't go, oh, come on now, this is a bit harsh, or this, wait a minute, you might not be a proper company, you might just be trying your luck. YouTube just automatically copyright strikes you, no questions asked, and that's YouTube's. We'll sit back, we'll put somebody's channel in jeopardy, and then we'll sit back and let you two scrap it out. Well, YouTube has provided the platform for me even putting the video up. But see, when it comes to this, they're like, it's nothing to do with us. No, no. Why don't you have some balls, YouTube, right? First off, right? And every Tom, Dick and Harry, every so-called organisation, because I know a lot of these so-called organisations that do these copyright flags and copyright strikes aren't even proper bona fide organisations who have got nothing to do with the artist or anything. That's why I don't blame the artist himself. Although the artist in question, I won't mention them that I've done the backing track on. The artist in question is actually, I should have seen this coming because they're actually notorious for doing YouTube copyright things. So I'm sure the artist on this occasion is fully aware, but a lot of times the artist isn't even aware that this organisation who claim to be acting on their behalf has done a copyright flag on somebody. And YouTube, as I say, just do it right away. No questions asked. Let's look into this. Is this actually legal what you're doing? No, we'll just take that video down, or we'll copyright flag that video, and then me and the organisation can then kind of duke it out between us. I think YouTube's a coward, quite honestly. I think they should stand up to this misuse of the copyright system, which is what I see it to be. It's a complete misuse. Free use, everybody knows free use is a thing, but according to YouTube, you may as well not bother knowing it's a thing because they don't really recognise it. And educational purposes as well. Apparently it's not a thing, even though we know it is. So there you go, folks. I've tried to keep this video short as possible. I'm actually quite annoyed and irritated. But what I will say is, if this continues, obviously I won't be putting any more videos up because I use this channel to watch other people, and I can't really. Well, I don't want it to get deleted. Let's put it this way: it's not affecting my livelihood. I don't have a YouTube livelihood, so I don't give a fuck about that. But at the same time, if it continues in this vein, for example, I get another YouTube strike, copyright strike in the next couple of days or next week or whatever, I'm going to have to seriously think about just making all my videos private and not doing it anymore. You can see I don't make any money out of it. I put time and effort into it, and I'm not only am I getting nothing back, I'm actually getting my channel threatened. So if that continues, I will definitely have to change by just not putting videos up at all. Or what I might do is just stop doing backing tracks, because I've only put up I think I've put 6 backing tracks up now, and one have been copyright striked, not flagged, striked. And so that means if I put another 12 up, going at this rate, another 12 up, I'll have no channel at all. I might have to stop doing backing track videos and lose all these wonderful, I'm sure you're all wonderful, I'm going to lose all these wonderful subscribers who have just come out of the blue. Like I said, tongue in cheek, I said they didn't care for my music, but you know, when I'm putting backing tracks up, they all want to know who I am all of a sudden. It's that thing when you win the lottery, you've got a lot of friends all of a sudden. Now, I'm sure that's not the case. I'm sure you're all wonderful people, but I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure that if I stop putting backing tracks up, that all the subs that I'd gained, I think I've gained something like 30 new subs in the course of the last couple of months. All those subs would disappear because they're only here for the backing tracks. I get it. That's how life works. That's how life works. I get it. I'm not really being bitter about it, but what I'm just saying is, if that's the case and I go back to having, like, barely having double figure subscribers, that's fine because I'm not a YouTube channel anyway. Don't get me wrong, as I've said before, I like getting thumbs ups and stuff for things I do. And if anybody, there's no comments on my channel, but if anybody's happy about anything I do, I'm happy. I'm happy they're happy, let's put it that way. But as I've said before, that's reward enough for me. But I could stop doing this tomorrow and it wouldn't affect me whatsoever. Because I'm not doing it for any financial gain. I'm not even doing it for any kind of, doesn't make my life better in any way putting videos on YouTube. It doesn't give me, the only satisfaction it gives me is if it gives somebody else satisfaction. That's about it. It's not a career or anything. I wouldn't want it to be either. So, that's the state of affairs. I'll let you know what goes on with this counterclaim that I've just put in, see how it goes. A lot of times, just to finally finish the video, I know I should have finished it 10 minutes ago, but to finally finish the video, a lot of times these so-called claimants, these organisations, just drop it. Because after I do a counterclaim, they've got a certain amount of time to get back in touch with YouTube. If they don't get back in touch with YouTube regarding my counterclaim, that their claim gets dropped altogether. And that's happened a few times with me, where the organisations just never even got back to them. Why would that be? Well, because the organisation itself is just trying their arm, trying their luck, and they know they've not got a leg to stand on. They're hoping I'll just say, they know YouTube's easy, right? Google YouTube. They know that if they put a erroneous claim in, saying that they want the money off my video, they know that YouTube's just going to bow down to them right away with no questions asked, as I say. But a lot of times people like me they can't be bothered counting claiming. It takes time to count a claim, and blah blah blah. And there is a chance if you count a claim and lose that, that things could be bad for you. It could even possibly, in the worst scenario, actually go to a proper court. Just in a kind of common law court. It's not a criminal court, a common law court, and just sue you, whatever, for whatever reason. For having the cheek to count a claim, I guess. I don't know if that's a crime. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. But the thing is that there could be financial implications if you do a counterclaim and lose, is what I'm saying. And that's what these big companies threaten, of course. When they think they're losing, or they are actually losing, they'll always come out with that bit of, if anybody else did it, you would say it was corrupt and a bullying tactic, but they do it, they think it's okay to do it. They'll just threaten you with actual legal action in a proper court, and then you're screwed. Then you do have to back down. But right now, I'm not backing down. Thanks very much for listening. I'll let you know what happens. Bye for now.